I don't know how you're going to make it indiscriminate. If a contact mine comes in contact, it's going off. But regardless, the Hague Conventions were groundbreaking when it came to international humanitarian and warfare law, and also made some interesting changes when it came to warfare in general, like the addition of laws pertaining to naval warfare. But of course, the establishment of war crimes did not end with the Hague Conventions, which leads us to our next and likely most famous conventions, the Geneva Conventions. Here we are. That's right, which you've all been waiting for. The most famous and also most recent adaptation of the list of actions that are considered war crimes, as well as other codes of conduct when it comes to warfare and humanitarian stuff. The Geneva Conventions of 1949 are the most famous Geneva Conventions and consist of 4 different treaties. These 4 treaties consist of previous Geneva Conventions. Interestingly, the Geneva Conventions actually date back to the 1860s, predating the Hague Conventions, but that initial Geneva Convention really only focused on one thing, and I figured I would put all of the Geneva Conventions together and chronologically time it with the 1949 Geneva Conventions because that's where it really became its final form, so to speak. If you're unfamiliar, the Geneva Convention itself is the core of all modern international humanitarian law, or IHL, and its sole goal is to protect the victims of armed conflicts. The Geneva Conventions of 1949 were, of course, a byproduct of the end of the Second World War, where many crimes against humanity and war crimes were committed. And on top of the Geneva Conventions in 1949, we also saw the establishment of the Nuremberg Principles, which isn't worth its own section, but essentially the Nuremberg Principles were created not necessarily to define war crimes, but to ensure war crimes were punished.